Good evening, boys, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, how are you doing? So, I put out a video yesterday where I was just, really quiet, resting my voice, and I feel like I got some of that power back since I wasn't really talking too much yesterday. So, I think I can maybe go up to like the next octave or whatever now that I've rested my voice. Yeah, good, pretty decent one yesterday. It it actually surprisingly got a lot of attention in like the first couple of hours, which is not really too common for my vids. Usually it's like 3 or so, and then I wake up and it goes up a little bit more. So heck yeah, dude, gonna keep on doing that. I also wanted to just do some other things today. As a pro Pokemon the card game Pocket player, I think it's only right if I give some of my opinions about like any the changes that are going on in the game. If people are gonna actually come in from it, um, or cause people to like leave, and also like what the new cards are gonna look like in the meta, how it's gonna change people's kind of like play style, and how it's gonna change the rotation. I think that's like once a meta comes in and goes out, they call it rotating. So once this new card set drops, there's going to be a rotation, and it's going to change the game for sure. And I'm sure people are going to be all up in arms. No, my favorite Pokemon is going out of fashion right now. My Leafeon, or my Arceus EX that I use very sneakily. And once it's charged up, then I put my characters on the bench. And then you're screwed. You don't know it. I hate those guys. They're kind of like the old Pikachu decks where you would have the Pikachu EX that did that could do 90 if you had your bench players. But people would just wait until the last second to put all the other Pokemon on the bench, and it would just catch you by surprise. You're like, okay, I guess I'm taking 90 damage now. Great. And I truly have no idea what it is with Pokemon. If it's like when it changed to be similar to like the Ring of Mordor. Like anyone who is in the hobby just is filled with anger and hatred. And of course, we can't get anything good without having some of those feelings come out from people. So let's go to the one place where we can find those raw feelings. Favorite place, Mr. Reddit. Oh yeah. So I think this kind of gives us a good idea of like the comments that people have, like especially recently, because of course everyone has comments. So let's go. Let's just do some perusing through this. See if we can look at these definitely reasonable complaints that people have. So this sums up my experience lately. Opens Pokemon Pocket, opens 3 daily packs. I don't know how you get 3 daily packs. Misses Wonder Pick, gets nothing from the pack, and then closes the app. I wouldn't do that. I usually play like a game or two. If I lose, then I'm like, I play another one just angrily, and then I'll get off. But it's fun. If you have like good decks, it's you can stay on it for like hours. Sometimes I just get lost and I'm like, bro, how am I still here? Here's another one, pulling the absolute worst pack every day at 8 a.m. So some common, like something that people say a lot of the time is that the packs are still random. Like if you are gonna pull a rare pack, it's completely random. There's no forces or like nothing kind of affecting the chances of you picking up a good deck. However, I will say, and this is anecdotal, but I have definitely noticed a big change in the rarity, the pull rate. I feel like it's gone down a lot, like very significantly. And because I only have one rainbow from the last set from the Arceus deck. It's like in the previous ones, Mystical Island, Space Time, Showdown, Smackdown, and then the generic. I have like stacks and stacks of like rainbows and like rares. I even got some golds in there. I think I got like 3 or 4. But now in these recent ones, dude, I only get normal. It's all just normal and like non-rare. So call me crazy, but I think they changed it. Pretty sure. Yeah, here's another, the same one, me every morning. Yeah, he's pulling a bad pack. Am I overestimating how insanely rare this is? What is so rare about this? What is so rare about this? Is it just because it has the 3 Larvitar, Puppetar, and then Tyranitar, and then I guess, okay, so Zubat and Golbat. Yeah, okay, I guess that I can see that being rare. Just, I mean, they aren't like that good or anything, but here, let's get a better idea of kind of this week. So that's like the general complaints that people have. What is this? Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh. Can you imagine if there was like a game where you could play like Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh all on like one board? People saying they're not stoked about this card. What's the complaint, buddy? I already said it before, but I think the last Charizard is better. I think it's common knowledge. The last one's better. Okay, here we go. There's not enough content. Here's ranked mode and more cards. Angry face. What? This is not okay. Dude, why? Okay, I don't know how much story mode there is for if you're a new player and you're just entering into the game. I assume that there was a lot, just because when I joined there was a lot, but maybe that's different. Like, I would assume that you would get all of the story missions from like the previous sets, and that, yeah, you would be set up. You'd have like a ton of hourglasses, and then boom. So a card that I forgot to review yesterday was Red. So Red's another 2-star coming into the fray, and then they make up the Can Trio. Yes, finally got it. I think someone said we got Red, Leaf, and then Fraud, because Blue is trash, and they didn't need to add him into the game whatsoever. So Red's actually pretty good. During your next turn, your attacks used by your Pokemon do 20 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokemon if it's an EX. So it's pretty good. It kind of turns your Pokemon into like a Sudowoodo, except I think Sudowoodo does 30 more as opposed to 20. Also, this is kind of like a weird thing that people do. Everyone likes to hold on to the hourglasses that they get. So after a certain point, you can like buy them from the shop, or you get some like every night, and then you can kind of save up. So yeah, if you want to get like a pack, open a pack, you need 12 hourglasses. So 1 hourglass per hour is how that usually goes. And yeah, I guess people hoard like hundreds of these. And my only issue with that is that if you're hoarding them, you're not opening the packs for the set that you have now. So you're ultimately like losing like your chances of pulling some good cards out of the current pack just because you want to save for the next one. Which, I mean, this is what people do, and I don't really think that it's helping you out too much, because once the new set comes out, they usually get like story modes, and then you're given like prizes and stuff. You're given like a ton of the hourglasses. So I don't know. It seems desperate if you're trying to just save your hourglasses, and I wouldn't recommend buying either. Just just do it. Just get your daily, man. Get like your bunny foot, rabbit's foot. Go under a couple ladders. Get some salt. I mean, yeah, you're solid. Like, and then just pull a pack. You're good. And of course, people are already having issues with the Giratina. And yeah, I already said my main complaint with the Giratina, which is that its ability will end your turn if you use it. And this is kind of what other people are saying too. So it's a basic Pokemon. And then our Pokemon the Card Game Pocket said, yep, it accelerates energy. This is that SpongeBob meme, if you're just listening. It even works if you go first. Then Patrick, makes sense to me. Then the enemy, so it's a good card? Mid. Which it is mid. The only way it wouldn't be mid is if you pull it first. If it's the first card that you get on the board, because then you can use that ability. Otherwise, you're just wasting your turn later on down the line, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I do not have a complete set for the last one, the Arceus set. It's, yeah, the pull rates are just down the drain, and I literally have like 50 of the same cards. It's insane. And it's blatant too. But I don't think they could change the randomness of picking the packs. I think that would be like manipulating something, like manipulating the pull rate. And if people are paying for that, then their expectation is that it's going to be random across the board. So there's like no higher chance that you're going to pull like a bad pull, a bad pack, and there's no like higher chance that you're going to pull like a rare pack either. It's weird, and yeah, there's not really a way to figure it out, I don't think, unless you were to like pull 1,000 packs from the previous decks, pull 1,000 packs from like the recent one. So yeah, you would have to pull like 1,000 of each of them, and then compare the pull rates and see if it is random or not. Obviously, you're not going to pull like the crowns more often than anything else, but there should be like, I don't know, chance you can pull it, Okay, so Dragon can't catch a break. I personally like Dragon. I like Dragon types. But in the current meta, I think Leaf and Water are the favorites. And there's all this talk about a power creep. Well, I think these guys are creeps for power. Although it is fair to say that the Giovanni is probably a victim of this. But overall, I mean, you can still use like the generic Apex decks. I still use them. I use Greninja and Starmie a lot. It's pretty solid. Oh, so yeah, I guess one thing that we didn't see yesterday was that the new Shining Revelry pack features over 110 cards. So, which is I think that's like a lot more than what we've seen in the past. What people are saying is that this is going to make getting a complete deck a lot more difficult, which, yeah, it is. And I'm guessing that the pull rates are going to be the same, but they're not going to be the same. They're going down. I'm pretty set in believing that it's changed. I'm pretty sure it's changed. People are saying the electric is going to be a menace. I don't think so, unless there's like Sergeant Surge or something. So yeah, I guess that's like generally the complaints that we have right now. People, too little content. The pull rates are going to be a lot weirder. I actually want to find that. There was like a post about the Shining decks. I don't even know what this is about. This guy's just complaining. So yeah, after eventually you just kind of get to the point where people are just complaining for no reason. And we're getting Iono. Let's go, dude. We need more waifus in the game. Too many animations. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just... Gotta complain about something. Gotta complain about something. God, I just like looking at these cards. Like, I just look at them. Is there something wrong with this person? What is it? What the heck is that? This card's messed up. I've seen some of those animations before. God damn it, where is this thing? I swear to God, there was a post about this. Someone complaining about the new card list and how it's going to be impossible to complete. By the way, I did complete the generic Apex deck. I do have the special immersive Mew. Please just treat me the same as everyone else. So appreciate that. All right, I found it. I had to look up the specific Redditor, do some detective work. Okay. So PSA, Shining Revelry might be even worse for completion than you think. Given there's 9 EX cards in a single pack for the first time instead of 5. If the drop rates per rarity don't change, it will require 80% more packs on average to complete the 4 Diamond EX collection. Not to mention this will happen 2 for 2 stars and shiny cards. And then he says Premium Pass wasn't enough for completion before, and now will be much worse. So... yeah, I mean it's not a big deal, like unless you're like held at gunpoint and someone is telling you that you need to complete this deck, you don't need to. Like I got in the Triumphant Light pack, I got like 3 or 4 Arceuses. I was lucky. Arceus was the one card. Arceus EX was the one card that was like harassing me this set. So I got like a ton of those. And yeah, I also have some Dialgas and some Mews as well. So I'm pretty good. As long as I got those Arceuses from the Triumphant Light, I can make a solid deck with the Dialga and Mew. It's not really too big of a deal. Now, the game is more fun if you have like more decks. I pretty much have like any deck that you can think of. And I will say, okay, I did cough it up. I coughed up some oil money and gave it to our masters of Dina, the Pokemon, the creators of the app. So I did cough up some. They shook me down and I was in a weak state when I did it. So I'm not an F2P player. I can't take that mantle. I did spend $30. Okay. Wow. Well. So yeah, I hope that you can still look at me the same. I'm not F2P. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I am pretty hyped. Again, a couple more days until the Dylan Dennis, bro. A couple more days until the Journey Together 3-pack comes in, and I'm gonna be opening that on a video for y'all to see, and hopefully we can get that Whale Lord. That would be great. All right, y'all, like, subscribe. See you next time.